Sporting Club de Goa kicking off from left to right of our screens, while Panjim footballers are from right to left. And here we go. From Sporting Club de Goa, they're looking to start off on an attacking foot. Ball into the box already, and it's a good attempt. We know all about Sporting Club de Goa's attacking prowess. Last year's top scorer, Marcus Mascarenhas, the number 11, scored 9 goals in the Selvel Goa Pro League. He'll be looking to add to that this year. And there's another chance here. Mascarenhas into the game. They're looking a little bit unsettled. Panjim trying to play out from the back. Another long ball, and that's a clash of heads. Doesn't look like both the players going in for a 50-50 after sharing the title the year before last. Naik taking the corner, and it looks like that is our first goal for this year's Goa Pro League. The number 2, Clive Miranda, slots it in after a lot of deflections and moving around of the football. Finally plays it wide. This is a very good chance for Panjim. Can they make the most of it? A little too much there. Sporting tried to clear it out. Referee calls a foul. A lot of moves have been made down the right wing, and it looks like they're trying to penetrate the Panjim defense from the right. Another long ball towards Mascarenhas. Vincent Cardozo gets past his man. He puts a cross in, and we almost had our second goal of the game, but the referee has blown for what seems like a foul. A different type of corner now. It's played short, cross into the box, and there's a chance at the end. The ball's been put into the back of the net, but it looks like it is a goal. It's not an offside. It is a goal for Sporting Club de Goa, and they have doubled their lead. The offside trap not working. Talwar crosses it in. It's a good ball in. Cleared out. Goes back to him. Can he make another cross? It's a good challenge after a slight clash. The last touch was of a Panjim attacker, but they are getting closer. From the right for Sporting Club de Goa, Panjim will have to sort out their left side of defense if they're going to want to keep it to a minimum of 2 goals in order to get themselves back into the game. Another man down, as it's another foul. Tackles and fouls, and there's another chance for Panjim. The ball's put into the box again, but it's cleared, and now there's a chance for a counter, but Panjim reclaim possession, and they'll take the corner. It's another ball whipped into the box and almost makes its way. Some passes together again. A good switch of play. It's a good ball in. There's a chance now down the right wing for Panjim. Can they make the most of it? He plays it past the keeper. Left-footed corner into the box. And a good header out wide. Cleared off the second time. But Panjim are looking to come at it again. Great work there by Martins. A fantastic ball roll. And it looks like there's a change for Panjim. The number 7, Akash, comes on. football there from Ozan Silva. And there's another chance here with the ball down the left-hand side, and Ozan Silva makes sure that the attacker doesn't get towards the end of it, who will not want to concede. And that's a for half-time. And we go into the break with goals from Clive Rohit, Duler. Sporting Club de Goa lead 2-0 versus Panjim footballers. As we wait for the referee to get the second half underway. Panjim going from left to right of your screens. There's another chance for Sporting now. It's a good run in. It's a chance. It's a very good tackle, but it's somehow made its way in. Sporting Club de Goa make it number 3. And it's none other than the super sub, Akiraj Martins. Stronghold over the game. They don't want to let that go. But Panjim are definitely trying to make the most of it. That's a missed kick, and there's a chance. And it's shot wide. That was a very good chance. The best of the game so far. They'll be wanting to better that this time around. But it hasn't gone smoothly for them thus far. There's another chance here for Panjim. And can they make the most of it? Yes, they can. It's number 24, Irfan, who makes the most of this opportunity. And he slams it into the top right corner in the beginning of the second half with his left foot, but this time the ball falls on his right. He smashes it onto from the half volley into the top right corner with the corner. It's played into the second post. Keeper gets a touch on it, and there's a chance at the edge of the box. There's a shot, and it's a very good shot with the left foot. The ball just about strays wide. Back in control of this game. Girish plays the long ball towards the second post, and it's missed by both people, resulting in a goal kick. Rio with a good header, and it's another chance now for Rohit with Sporting on the left wing. Oh, that's a very good cutback. He tries to get past the defender, but the referee blows for a foul as Brendan plays it out wide. Sporting making a move on the right wing, plays it inside to Rio. Now Allen on the left. Will he make space for a cross? Prefers to play it back into Rohit. Rohit with the cross in, and a good call from the goalkeeper. If Panjim want to rescue this fixture, now is the time. They'll definitely have to get a goal soon to take anything away from this, the first game of the season. Here's a chance on the top of the box, and it's a shot from the edge of the box which goes over the top. Must have been a slight touch because the Sporting players are not happy with the call. But they'll have to deal with this corner. It's crossed in and well dealt with by the defense. It's a last chance for Panjim to get a second, but it has been cleared. And that is it. Here from the Duler Stadium, Sporting Club de Goa have got their first 3 points of the season with an impressive victory. Goals from Miranda, Duler and Martins getting them the 3 points. Irfan on the score sheet for Panjim footballers. There's a confirmation of the scoreline at full time. The referees lead out both the teams here at the Duler Stadium at Mapusa. Today's referee is Tejas Nagvenkar, along with his assistant referees. As the players meet each other minutes before kickoff, Kalangut Association in their full blue strip, while Youth Club of Manora is in the full red strip. Captain of Kalangut Association today is Melvin Lobo, and the captain for Youth Club of Manora is the number 3 Joywin Carnero. Youth Club of Manora having their final words before the start of this season. Kalangut Association finished an impressive 4th last year. And we're off. It's match number 2 of the 2021-2022 Goa Pro League, and there's already a chance here for Youth Club of Manora. Sloppy back passes from Kalangut Association, and the first few seconds of the game almost saw us having our first chance. The defender and the goalkeeper who plays it out towards the right wing. Both teams quite happy to play attacking football, and another loose pass means that Youth Club of Manora have a chance right down the right wing, but it's tidied up there by Moses, who made the initial mistake. An exciting prospect for the next 90 minutes. By Aniston Fernandez, who tries to keep possession for his team, and now they're trying to hold the ball, play out from the back. It's Aniston Fernandez again. He tries to play towards the left wing, but doesn't really work out as he would have wanted it to. Ushering his troops upfield. It's another well-contested header, and there's a chance now for Barreto. He gets pushed off the ball legally, says the referee, and Manora looking for a counter-attack. That's a good ball down for the right wing. There's a chance. Can he put a ball into the box? It's a good cut in. He moves back onto his right foot, and another good shot, and it's a great shot. It's a chance, and that's the first goal of the game for Youth Club of Manora. Sweden Barbosa with a cool, collected finish towards the bottom left corner. Off the goalkeeper with a good save. Nicholas with a great run down the right wing. A bit of a tussle in the midfield, but Manora come with the ball again, and it's a chance for Barbosa again. Sweden Barbosa, can he make it 2 this time? He looks for the cross, but another parry away from Paramveer. This time he's lucky it doesn't fall. Joseph. Sporting Club de Goa kicking off from left to right of our screens, while Panjim footballers are from right to left. And here we go. From Sporting Club de Goa, they're looking to start off on an attacking foot. Ball into the box already, and it's a good attempt We know all about Sporting Club de Goa's attacking prowess. Last year's top scorer, Marcus Mascarenhas, the number 11, scored 9 goals in the Selvel Goa Pro League. He'll be looking to add to that this year. And there's another chance here. Mascarenhas into the game. They're looking a little bit unsettled. Panjim trying to play out from the back. Another long ball. And that's a clash of heads. Doesn't look like both the players going in for a 50-50 after sharing the title the year before last. Naik taking the corner. And it looks like that is our first goal for this year's Goa Pro League. The number 2, Clive Miranda, slots it in after a lot of deflections and moving around of the football. Finally plays it wide. This is a very good chance for Panjim. Can they make the most of it? A little too much there. Sporting tried to clear it out. Referee calls a foul. A lot of moves have been made down the right wing. And it looks like they're trying to penetrate the Panjim defense from the right. Another long ball towards Mascarenhas. Vincent Cardozo gets past his man. He puts a cross in. And we almost had our second goal of the game. But the referee has blown for what seems like a foul. A different type of corner now. It's played short. Cross into the box. And there's a chance at the end. The ball's been put into the back of the net, but it looks like it is a goal. It's not an offside. It is a goal for Sporting Club de Goa, and they have doubled their lead. The offside trap not working. Talwar crosses it in. It's a good ball in. Cleared out. Goes back to him. Can he make another cross? It's a good challenge after a slight clash. The last touch was of a Panjim attacker. But they are getting closer. From the right for Sporting Club de Goa. Panjim will have to sort out their left side of defense if they're going to want to keep it to a minimum of 2 goals in order to get themselves back into the game. Another man down, as it's another foul. Tackles and fouls, and there's another chance for Panjim. The ball's put into the box again, but it's cleared, and now there's a chance for a counter, but Panjim reclaim possession, and they'll take the corner. It's another ball whipped into the box and almost makes its way. Some passes together again. A good switch of play. It's a good ball in. There's a chance now down the right wing for Panjim. Can they make the most of it? He plays it past the keeper. Left-footed corner into the box. And a good header out wide. Cleared off the second time. But Panjim are looking to come at it again. Great work there by Martins. A fantastic ball roll. And it looks like there's a change for Panjim. The number 7, Akash, comes on. Football there from Ozen Silva. And there's another chance here with the ball down the left-hand side, and Ozen Silva makes sure that the attacker doesn't get towards the end of it, who will not want to concede. And that's a for half time. And we go into the break with goals from Clive Rohit, Duler. Sporting Club de Goa lead 2-0 versus Panjim footballers. As we wait for the referee to get the second half underway. Panjim going from left to right of your screens. There's another chance for Sporting now. It's a good run in. It's a chance. It's a very good tackle, but it's somehow made its way in. Sporting Club de Goa make it number 3. And it's none other than the super sub, Akiraj Martins. Stronghold over the game. They don't want to let that go. But Panjim are definitely trying to make the most of it. That's a missed kick and there's a chance. And it's shot wide. That was a very good chance. The best of the game so far. So they'll be wanting to better that this time around. But it hasn't gone smoothly for them thus far. There's another chance here for Panjim. And can they make the most of it? Yes, they can. It's number 24, Irfan, who makes the most of this opportunity. And he slams it into the top right corner in the beginning of the second half with his left foot, but this time the ball falls on his right. He smashes it onto from the half volley into the top right corner with a corner. It's played into the second post. Keeper gets a touch on it, and there's a chance at the edge of the box. There's a shot, and it's a very good shot with the left foot. The ball just about strays wide. Back in control of this game. Girish plays a long ball towards the second post, and it's missed by both people, resulting in a goal kick. Rio with a good header, and it's another chance now for Rohit with Sporting on the left wing. Oh, that's a very good cutback. He tries to get past the defender, but the referee blows for a foul as Brendan plays it out wide. Sporting making a move on the right wing, plays it inside to Rio. Now Allen on the left. Will he make space for a cross? Prefers to play it back into Rohit. Rohit with the cross in, and a good call from the goalkeeper. If Panjim want to rescue this fixture, now is the time. They'll definitely have to get a goal soon to take anything away from this, the first game of the season. Here's a chance on the top of the box, and it's a shot from the edge of the box which goes over the top. Must have been a slight touch because the Sporting players are not happy with the call. But they'll have to deal with this corner. It's crossed in and well dealt with by the defense. It's a last chance for Panjim to get a second, but it has been cleared. And that is it. Here from the Duler Stadium, Sporting Club de Goa have got their first 3 points of the season with an impressive victory. Goals from Miranda, Duler and Martins getting them the 3 points. Irfan on the score sheet for Panjim footballers. There's a confirmation of the scoreline at full time. as we go through the action that we saw today in match number 3 of the Goa Selvel Professional League. Started off with a good free kick from Kwan. He hit the woodwork, and that was just a shadow of things to come. Chances on both ends. Definitely the chance of the game going here to Dempo. Gonzalez could have made it 1-0 there. There was another good attempt on the other side. A good save from both keepers. They did well to keep clean sheets. There's a bit of a tussle as well, as there always is in this game. There we see another chance for Rodriguez. A couple of point blank chances missed by Dempo. I'd say they had 3 really good chances, especially the one towards the end of the game. Nacio came on and took a good shot. Afdal came on and made a couple of good runs. Here we see his run down the right, a good shot but a good save by Dylan. And eventually the last chance of the game was the toughest one here for Nacio. Great bit of footwork. He went past everyone, just couldn't find the bottom right corner. Here we see the match highlights of what went down today in match number 4. Chances at both ends. Here we see the first chance for Velsao. Velsao had very good chances but couldn't make the most of them. And looking back on that, they will be slightly disappointed. Dishank with a good ball for Jovial, just putting the ball over the net. And there was another chance there for Velsao, but they couldn't capitalize. Yet another here with a header over the top. And Jovial Fernandez stole the show with a cracker of a goal outside the box. We've seen that many at a time today, and you can keep watching that strike. It was hard, it was high, and then it was low, it was dipping, it was swerving. And that's been one of the goals of the season so far. This could have been one of the goals of the season as well from Ivan Costa. Jovial almost adding to his tally. Those were the glimpses from the first half. Second half saw quite a few fouls, quite a few cards. Mervyn Dias striking the post with a header. He almost got a couple of headers in today. And there was that chance where Hansel was caught off his line, out of his box. Another good shot there from Velito Cruz, who tried his best. We see quite a few of the fouls. And here was Mervyn Dias with another chance. He could have buried that. It was a good pass from Velroy Fernandez. And finally, Mervyn Dias getting himself on the score sheet. You can see he was happy, he was relieved more than anything else. And it's safe to say that he deserved that goal towards the end of a good performance from him and the side in orange. Good afternoon and welcome to match number 13. Today, Vasco Sports Club take on Velsao Sports and Cultural Club in the Goa Pro League. Let's see what the coaches have to say before today's game. Coach, can you tell us the impact that the experienced players like Francisco Fernandez, Luis Barreto and Kevin Lobo have on the dressing room?
Since we have started the training from the first day, the senior players are impacted more and junior players are more pumped up since they are getting good time to play with them and also the learning experience with the game or out of the game.
And with that, have you made any changes from the last game? Are you happy with the performance?
Just we drew the last game, but the game is gone, so we are focusing on today's game. We are just having two changes. Neville is coming for injured Amit defender, and we are having Nash on the left wing for under 20.
Thank you, coach. Best. Coach, so far you haven't been able to get onto the scoreboard in terms of points. What are you telling the players and how are you using your experience to help motivate them?
Today we'll get a positive result. I'm sure of that. Last time also they improved from the previous match. We nearly beat Dempos. Unluckily, luck did not favor us. We dominated the game throughout 90 minutes, I'll tell you. You must have seen with your, yeah. So, from those mistakes, means our youngsters, today I've changed my striker and I put another under 20 who's also a very good striker, and hopefully he will deliver us today our result.
So mostly there's not an issue with chances created, it's just to finish off the game. Yeah. So just tell us about your changes then.
Not Cheddle, sorry. This one, Rohan is out and Raven is inside. and Matthew is out, and Sheldon has come in. Only 2 changes.
As we go through the action that we saw today in match number 3 of the Goa Selvel Professional League. Started off with a good free kick from Kwan. He hit the woodwork, and that was just a shadow of things to come. Chances on both ends. Definitely the chance of the game going here to Dempo. Gonzalez could have made it 1-0 there. There was another good attempt on the other side. A good save from both keepers. They did well to keep clean sheets. There's a bit of a tussle as well, as there always is in this game. There we see another chance for Rodriguez. A couple of point blank chances missed by Dempo. I'd say they had 3 really good chances, especially the one towards the end of the game. Nacio came on and took a good shot this afternoon. The referee for today's game is Deep Govikar, and his assistant referees are Selrik Almeida and Purushottam Mapari. The fourth official for this afternoon is Pandurang Gurudas, and the match commissioner is Gokuldas Nagvenkar. So the toss is done and the officials are getting their final word in as the teams are taking their pictures before the game, getting themselves ready with their final words. And we should be kicking off soon here at the Duler Stadium. As mentioned by the Vasco camp, they've got 2 changes to their lineup. Neville Albuquerque starts and Nash Dias, the under-20, also makes his way into the starting lineup. We see Mickey Fernandez, the vastly experienced coach for Vasco. Vasco Sports Club wearing their special jerseys for their 70th year anniversary. There we see Iban Mesquita, the head coach for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. They've been very good in their first 2 games, but still not being able to get themselves on the scoreboard in terms of points. There we see both the goalkeepers, very experienced on either side. Luis Xavier Barreto for Vasco and Jeet Gupta for Velsao. And we are underway here for match number 13 between Vasco Sports Club and Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Vasco and Velsao both very close to each other here in Goa, and it's a sort of local derby. So there's bragging rights to be played for here as we see Kevin Lobo with his first touch of the game. He plays it upfield and it's cleared away. First time from Cyrus Naronna. It's a long ball and now Vasco can start to go upfield. Ball is lost on that occasion. It's Velito Cruz. And now Cyrus down the left and not being able to find his teammate. Ball played back towards goalkeeper Barreto and he clears it upfield. There's a ball in now from Velsao, but nothing comes of it. Chance for Vasco to make themselves upfield. And Kevin Lobo now with a chance. Can he take a shot? He does take a shot, but it's saved by Jeet Gupta. And Kevin Lobo in the first few minutes of the game taking a very good low left shot and going straight towards Jeet Gupta, who was up to the task. So it's a bright start from Vasco. Kevin Lobo now getting ready to take the corner. He shapes it into the box and eventually it's cleared away by Alan Fernandez for Velsao. Very important to test the goalkeeper in the first few minutes, and Kevin Lobo using his experience, making sure that he gets that done in the first few minutes. But Jeet Gupta was up to the task. There's a long ball played and it should be tidied up. Yes, it is. Another long ball and the header won by Reeve Costa. A few passes played and now it's Kuldeep with the long ball looking for Reeve Costa, but the header has been played over Jeet Gupta and there was a bit of a miscommunication between the defender and the goalkeeper. Good pressure from Reeve Costa, good ball from Kuldeep. And eventually the keeper had come to collect, but back pass didn't have to be so high and so far away from the keeper. Francisco Fernandez now taking the corner for Vasco, and it's met by Kuldeep, as always winning a header, and it just goes out for a goal kick for Velsao. So a good start from Vasco, and Velsao just needing to slow the game down, get into the game. A long ball now towards Velsao. Can they make the most of it? There's a chance, but well defended and cleared away. It was Sheldon Pereira on the left. He could have cut in and taken a shot himself, but he decided to pass it out. And Rito Cruz earns a free kick for himself. Now time for Velsao to try and get themselves in the game. And now again a chance for Velsao to try and get upfield, but it's cleared away and it's a free kick to Vasco. Luis Barreto, the experienced campaigner in between the sticks for Vasco, playing it upfield. Cleared away by Alan Fernandez, who has had a good start to the season, but unfortunately no clean sheets. Ball played back towards goalkeeper Jeet Gupta by Cyrus Narana. And Velsao now trying to keep some possession. Playing a long ball, well defended by Kuldeep. And good bit of defensive play eventually by Velsao. Defending high up the field and eventually getting themselves a free kick. There we see Bersal, Oswin, Vegas pulling down the attacker. Can Velsao get themselves into this game and have their first shot on target? We've seen a couple already from Vasco, but it's still early minutes and any team can take the lead. Milito Cruz standing over it for Velsao, plays the ball into the box and there is a chance, but Kuldeep bravely clears it away and gives Velsao their first corner of the game. Kuldeep getting a start ahead of the rest of the runners. and clearing it before it can go anywhere near goal. At a bit of discomfort for one of the Vasco players. It looks like it was a clash between him and Kuldeep. Hopefully he'll be alright. Here we see the ball played in again by Velito, and Kuldeep did get his man, and by his man I mean his own teammate, so that's unfortunate. It is Vegas who got caught by Kuldeep. Seems like he's okay. And he hobbles off the pitch. He won't be here to defend this corner, which will be taken by Velsao. Ball being played into the box. Can Velsao head get to it? No, it's the outstretched arms of Luis Barreto. And he plays a long ball, but there's nobody really there to chase it. Only Chirag upfield. Quite a disappointing delivery. Very easy for Luis Barreto to take that corner and collect it. Vegas is back on the field. He's okay to continue. Francisco Fernandez trying to find one of his teammates, and the ball is played back towards Jeet Gupta, who made a good save in the first few minutes after a shot from Kevin Lobo. As Vedo plays the ball, and Cyrus does very well on the left. He gets past Chirag. Chirag tries to get the ball back, and Cyrus with a very good run, and he earns his team a free kick. Good job there from Cyrus Norana. Another chance now for Velsao to put the ball into the box. And it's gone towards the second post, and there is a header from Ronaldo Pereira, but he couldn't steer it towards goal. And just enough being done by the Vasco defense to make sure that there's not a proper header. Bit of a midfield batter there, and now it's gone towards the left wing. Can he cross the ball into the box? He's crossed it. There's a chance now for Vasco, but a good clearance from the Velsao defense. Velito Cruz picks it up. He plays it towards the left. He finds Sheldon Pereira, who cuts back in, and this game is opening up now on both ends. Ball one away, and now there's Francisco Fernandez on the left wing. He has someone in support. He holds on to the ball. He's waiting for more bodies to come. Eventually, there is a chance now. It's a shot, but well defended. And the ball stays with Vasco. Kuldeep trying to recycle it. Plays it towards Warren Pereira, who looks for a ball into the box but can't find anyone. And Velito Cruz now for Velsao takes it up, plays it to Cajetan Fernandez, who plays a good ball towards the left. It's Sheldon Pereira. He looks for a ball into the box, and again it's Luis Barreto who does well. Looks like there's another issue for Vasco. And doesn't look like Vegas has recovered from that clash between Kuldeep. Kuldeep asking him if he's alright, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. Good start to the game from both sides. Good attacking football being witnessed. And as the physio tends to Vegas, we see if he's okay to continue. It is a drop ball as referee Govikar tries to get us underway again. Berto kicks it long, not too far, but it does go to the Vasco players. It's cleared away by Narona. Azevedo picks it up. Sheldon Pereira looking for a crossfield ball. He has fouled Chadel Fernandez, who takes a shot. And we saw Chadel Fernandez taking quite a few shots from that angle in the last game. This time he did catch it well, but not well enough, and not being able to find the bottom left corner. Velsao Sports and Cultural Club have not won yet. They lost 1-0 to Tempo in the last game. Tempo scoring in the last few minutes, and Velsao were very attacking in that game, had many of the better chances, but they weren't able to capitalize. That looked like a high boot from the Vasco player, and he'd be lucky not to get himself in the referee's book. It was a 50-50 tackle. Warren Pereira has stayed down. It was a 50-50 challenge. We'll have to see which way the referee has called it. And it will be a Vasco ball. In the last game, Vasco Sports Club managing a draw with a last minute equalizer against Sporting Club de Goa. Justin Cardoz getting the decisive penalty against his old side. And Justin is not starting. He will probably come on from the bench again. Benito Cruz wins the header, and Chadel Nash Fernandez now plays it towards Azevedo, but it's well cleared away, and looks like again there's a Vasco player caught. The referee did not see it on that occasion. It is Warren Pereira again. It looked like quite a sore challenge. And Benito Cruz again dominating the midfield along with Ronald Azevedo. It'll be a good battle today between Azevedo and Benito Cruz as they go up against Kevin Lobo and Francisco Fernandez for Vasco. Ball played towards the right, but I don't think it will be retrieved. Nash Dias coming into the side today, trying to win that ball. And it's Lenny Fernandez with the throw. Royal Azevedo with a good touch, not being able to keep a hold of the ball. And the ball has gone towards the red side. Kejetin Fernandez, very good in the last game, using his experience to build the play. And again, he's played a nice ball towards the right wing, but Kuldeep watches it out. And there's no problem for the Vasco defense. There we see Kevin Lobo just having a word with his teammates. Cheryl Fernandez trying to keep it in but not being able to. And now Vasco playing the ball upfield. Can he get something onto the box, but not able to on that occasion. Number 14, Reeve Costa, started the last game, didn't really get a clear-cut chance. He'll be hoping for one today. Cyrus trying to get away, eventually was brought down, but he gives away a throw. There we see Cyrus going up against Chirag, who scored in the first game of the season for Vasco. Vasco picking up a 2-1 win in their first game versus Guardian Angel Sports Club. After that, they drew to Sporting Club de Goa, so they're on 4 points. Velsao, on the other hand, 2 losses out of 2, but they have been very promising, so I'm sure they'll get themselves on the board soon. Chirag trying to play it in, eventually it comes back to him from Reeve Costa. Warren Pereira plays the ball in, and it is a bit awkward, and there's a chance now for Vasco, and there's a shot which has gone wide. Reeve Costa finally getting a chance, taking a good snapshot, but not being able to find the bottom left corner. And the Velsao defenders will breathe a sigh of relief. You can see Jeet Gupta, who thought he was under threat at that instance. A very loose touch from Ronaldo Pereira, giving Reeve Costa the chance. And that could have cost Velsao. Francisco Fernandez with a good header. Eventually, Reeve Costa nudges Cyrus Doran off the ball, and it's a free kick for Velsao. Good piece of pressure from the Vasco attack line, and they did win the ball back, but eventually the ball has been kept in. Very good piece of running there, and Velsao can build up again. It's Velito Cruz, plays the ball towards the right hand side. Chadel Fernandez always in the right positions, always trying to take shots, test the goalkeeper, and that's what you want. Now Vasco on the left hand side. Velito Cruz plays it up, and Velsao not being able to get out of their own half at the moment. Cajetan Fernandez looking for the left ball towards Sheldon Pereira, who's got it under his control, decides to play it short, and Kuldeep with a good clearance. Eventually that was a push from Alan Fernandez on, looks like Reeve Costa, yes it is. Physio coming back on for Vasco as We're halfway through the first half. Not many chances so far. We see the crowd at the Duler Stadium, as always, coming to watch the football. Mickey Fernandez, the coach of the Port Towners, very experienced, played for the likes of Salgaonkar, Sporting, Club de Goa, Mohun Bagan, Air India, Dempo, Churchill Brothers, and India as well. Now he's coaching Vasco. He's been here since 2018, and you see it's a very hot day. The substitutes trying to stay away from the glare of the sun, using some cardboard to do so. And when it's such a hot day, you just try to get as much as shade as you can. Here we see the Vasco players also using their t-shirts to try and keep away from the sun. Kuldeep with the free kick for Vasco, plays it in towards Costa, who does well. Francisco Fernandez has a chance. Kevin Lobo at the edge of the box, making some space for himself, playing it towards the left. And it is a corner for Vasco with a good piece of play down the left wing there. Nash Dias, the under-20, trying to get a cross in. Francisco Fernandez, the captain now, with a corner for Vasco. He plays it into the box. Can he find someone? Eventually it goes past everyone, and Kuldeep on the right tries to play a ball in, and another ball in tried by Selvel de Costa. Selvel now with a header, but he can't find Reeve Costa. Sheldon Pereira plays it inwards. Benito Cruz trying to build the attack. Cajetan Fernandez losing it, and it's Vasco with an opportunity again, but it's cleared away. The referee calls for a foul. Now Velsao trying to make their way upfield. See the fouls there, more from Vasco. Now the team in red with some space on the left. Azevedo decides to play it backwards, and eventually does go to the left, but too much on it for Sheldon Pereira to keep it under control. It's been a quiet start in terms of shots from Velsao, and that was the issue, not being able to convert chances because they're not really taking too many shots. If you don't shoot, you won't score. There we see a foul by Cajetan Fernandez. Kevin Lobo now on the ball for Vasco. Let's see if they take it short or play a ball towards the box. He does play it not towards the box but towards the left wing. Very good pass by him. Plays it to Nash Dias, who eventually makes a mess of it and concedes a throw in. Kuldeep clears it away, and nobody can keep it in check. So we're approaching the 30-minute mark here. It's still 0-0 between Vasco and Velsao. It's neck and neck Sheldon Pereira now plays it inwards. Good touch from Raven Pereira. Cyrus with the ball in, looking for one of his teammates, but Luis Barreto comfortably collects and, as always, clears it up very quickly. Vasco on the ball once again. Shouts from the Velsao players. They thought the ball had gone out, but we'll play on. Good header from Cyrus Narona, making himself big, and Catchton Fernandez now for Velsao. Plays it to Valito Cruz. He has a chance to shoot. He does shoot, but it has been blocked very well by the Vasco defense. And we know how dangerous Valito Cruz can be from there. And very early on, we see the first substitution of the game. Number 27 is coming on. It's Romario da Costa. And he's replacing Raven Pereira, the under-20, who really hasn't got himself involved in the game, and maybe that's why that substitution was made. And with that, we have the first cooling break of the afternoon. As we mentioned, it's a very hot afternoon in Goa, as we see possibly another substitution. That's Alson Fernandez warming up for Vasco Sports Club. As we see the special jerseys for Vasco this year, with the dates of all their Pro League titles in Goa, 6 of them so far. As you see the Lavino Ribello stand, the North stand here in the Duler Stadium. He was a stalwart of the Goa Football Association, and he's no longer with us, unfortunately. Players refreshing themselves, as we see the fans who also must be feeling the heat, but that doesn't stop them from coming here to the Duler Stadium and watching the action. There we see substitution is being made. It is Alson Fernandez, who looks like he's coming off. He's coming on for Selvel da Costa, the number 17, who's not being able to continue. We saw him get injured early on, and he hasn't been able to shake that knock off. We will resume with a free kick from Luis Barreto. Barreto kicks it long. Cavalobo with a good ball towards the left. There's a chance now for Vasco. Eventually a really poor attempt of a cross into the box. So that's not really going to cause any problems for the Velsao side. A reminder that you can catch all the live action at the Selvel Goa Pro League on the Amusi Facebook page and the Amusi YouTube channel. We are live every day from 3:35 p.m. onwards. and you can catch a glimpse of the Goa Pro League. Good ball towards the left now, and it's Cyrus Narona. Plays it to Kajtin. Pereira plays it back to Kajtin, who takes a good touch eventually, makes sure to keep possession. And it's a good spell for Velsao at the moment, keeping possession, being patient and building. Another long ball, but not really working. Not sure why after so much possession you would go for a long ball, and wasn't really working. And eventually looks like a foul on the right hand side, and Sheldon Pereira does very well against 2 or 3 Vasco players. He makes sure to pick up a foul, and Chirag on that occasion had to pull him back because Sheldon had got away with him. So there's a chance now for Velsao to test the Vasco defense with the ball in, and it's none other than Velito Cruz. Plays it into the box. Is there a chance? There's a chance now for the shot, and it is a goal from Sheldon Pereira! Fantastic finish, and that's 1-0 to Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. A fantastic left-footed strike from Sheldon Pereira, the number 9, and it'll be very happy in the Velsao camp. Another superbly taken goal and a very good finish, which gives Velsao the 1-0 lead. The ball was played into the box from Velito Cruz. It took a couple of touches. It was Kuldeep who played it away, and Sheldon Pereira made no mistake. Took a first touch, got it out of his feet, and made sure to bury that into the right-hand side corner and give his team the lead. There you see it, he struck it very well. Could have easily hit a couple of defenders on the way, but once he struck that, you had a feeling that it was going in. You see Kuldeep played it away. There was a hint of a high boot, but Sheldon Pereira, you can't take that away from him. You know when you scored a good goal, and he was very happy with that one. So the Velsao coach Ivan Mesquita did say that he can promise they'll get a result today. So far that promise is being kept by his team and himself. And now they're looking for a second. Kajtin Fernandez holding up the play well, playing it towards the goal scorer Sheldon Pereira, who is eventually not being able to use his left foot well on that occasion. But he's just scored, so we'll forgive him. And Vasco now chasing the game. Not for the first time, not for the second time, but for the third time in a row, Vasco conceding the first goal. So they won't be panicking too much. They know they can get back into it. Cheryl Fernandez doing well to run away from his man, and eventually the referee blows and there is a bit of a stoppage. Looks like a man down. We will have a drop ball to resume play. And Velsao resume themselves. There's a chance now again. Kajtin Fernandez looking on the left for Sheldon Pereira. He's gone down the left hand side. He's played it into the box, but Kuldeep with a header away. And it looks like the referee has spotted something else because he's given the goal kick. We'll have to see whose head that went off. It definitely went off Kuldeep's head, but the referee wasn't able to see it and he gives it as a Vasco goal kick. Velsao trying to come back again. And that's why all the Velsao players were quite surprised that they didn't get a corner. But they've got possession back now. And they're looking very comfortable now with the 1-0 lead. Another ball again to Sheldon Pereira. Every time Velsao get the ball, they're looking to play it to him. So Mickey Fernandez and his team have got to try and stop that. There's a tackle from Cyrus Narona. And again, looking for Sheldon Pereira, but it's cleared away. Chirag now on the right. We haven't seen much of him. Looking for Reeve Costa, but Alan Fernandez gets in the way. Very important for Vasco to try and equalize before half-time. On the other hand, from Velsao, it's important that they can hold on to this lead and take it in to the break. 6 minutes of regulation time remaining. We will have some stoppage time as a few players went down. Mickey Fernandez taking a look at his watch. He knows that there are a few minutes left before half time. Just one chance is all they need, Vasco, to equalize, so they won't be too hurried and too worried. And now it's Francisco Fernandez, the captain, looking for a ball towards the left. That's a very good ball and there's a chance. It's a very heavy touch from the left wing. It looked like Nash Dias, and Francisco Fernandez showing his class with a very good ball towards the left. And Nash Dias could have tried to take it with his left foot. Maybe that would have been able to set him up for the shot using the outside of his right, and that didn't really work for him. So Vasco wasting no time in creating a chance via a very good crossfield ball from Francisco Fernandez. Sheldon Pereira tries to play it towards Cajetan, but it's mopped up by Captain Fernandez. Luis Berto with a not very convincing clearance. And Sheldon Pereira has got a spring in his step after scoring his first goal of the season. Good ball towards the right now for Sheldon Fernandez. He could have taken a touch and tried to make some space for the cross, but decided not to. Vasco cleared the ball and looked like a very awkward landing there for the Velsao defender. See if he can continue. Very good ball by Kevin Lobo, and he was disappointed because it did just go away from Reeve Costa. Now Kevin Lobo keeping the possession with his team. Reeve Costa twirling in, twirling out. It's Kevin Lobo looking for Reeve Costa. Kevin Lobo, can he take a shot? He plays it to Reeve Costa, and Reeve could have taken the shot quicker, but a very good piece of defending from Lenny Fernandez, keeping his team the lead and making sure that it's still a clean sheet for them. Great piece of play from Kevin Lobo, and he'll be disappointed that Reeve Costa couldn't take the shot earlier. Seen it in the Goa Pro League that players just waiting half a second more to take the shot. Can't really blame Reeve Costa there, but a very good block from Lenny Fernandez. Jeet Gupta seems to have hurt himself. There's the ball again from Kevin Lobo, and Reeve Costa's shot was definitely going towards the bottom left corner. So that block from Lenny Fernandez is definitely worth a goal. Speaking of goals, can Vasco get one now? Francisco Fernandez plays the ball into the second post. It's brought back towards Kevin Lobo, plays it back towards Francisco Fernandez, and he plays the ball back in, and there's a header and a chance, and it's gone wide. Reeve Costa once again getting himself right in front of goal, and he did get enough on it. Here we see the replay. Ball just behind him, but once you've won the header, a free header at that, you've got to try and test the goalkeeper from such close range. So two very good chances for Vasco Sports Club, but not being able to get themselves on the score sheet. That looks like a foul from Sayes Naronna. That's quite an unimpressive tackle. Looks like he could go into the book. There is he just holding his opponent from the back. It was Chirag who went down, but he's okay. Didn't need any attention. See Mickey Fernandez having a word with the assistant, asking why there was no yellow card there. As we see 3 minutes will be played in this first half, and 3 minutes for Vasco to try and get an equalizer, as the ball is played towards Luis Barreto, and he takes no chances. He plays the ball out, as he saw no real chance to pass it to a teammate. Sheldon Pereira now, this time with his right foot, but Kuldeep, as Kuldeep always does, clears it away. Good piece of play there. Shuffling onto his right from Romario da Costa, the substitute, but he wasn't able to find a teammate. And Ronald Azevedo, the captain, doing well, keeping possession. And ever since Vasco went down, they have been quite threatening in the attack. As I've said before, they have gone down in their previous two fixtures. So they won't be worried, and they'll be looking for an equalizer as soon as possible. Lenny Fernandez plays it down the right wing, but it will be a Vasco goal kick, and Luis Barreto takes it quickly, kicks it upfield. Can he find someone? Yes, he does find Reeve Costa, who plays it to Francisco Fernandez. It's now Chirag on the right, and the ball given away by Warren Pereira. Very good ball from Kuldeep, finding his captain. Fernandez not being able to get it to Chirag. Velito Cruz plays it to Kajitin. And it's a good ball from Ronaldo Pereira. He's found Chadalash Fernandez. Fernandez with a back heel. He could have found Romario da Costa. A lot of crossfield balls towards the left and right wings from the Velsao defenders, and it's working well. Final few seconds in the first half, and Velsao happy to just stay in their opposition's territory. There is a foul being called by the ref. And he's asked for a drop ball, it seems. Not sure why he's called that, but eventually the ball will go to Velsao and they take it quickly, but the referee knew that he was going to call for half-time, and with that we go to the break with Vasco Sports Club trailing Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Velsao with a 1-0 lead, courtesy a goal from the left foot of Sheldon Pereira. Velsao side will be the happier of the two because they have got the lead, so coach Iban Mesquita will have a positive team talk as we see a lot of the ball possession towards the Velsao side, 63%. Only one shot on target from both teams. That has been a problem so far. And 6 to 5 shots, more shots from Vasco. Three shots from Reeve Dawson Costa, and he has been the busier of the strikers on either side. Kuldeep with one shot and Kevin Lobo starting off the game with a good left-footed shot. Reeve Costa could have got his team the equalizer on 2 occasions, but they'll have to wait for the second half. For Velsao, 2 shots from Cajetan Fernandez, one from Vilito Cruz, one from Romario de Costa, and that superb strike from Sheldon Pereira, which we see now highlighted in red, getting the goal and the lead for Velsao as we head into the break. Here are the fouls from Vasco. Selvel de Costa with 2, Bersa Loswin Vegas with 2, and Alcin Fernandez, Chirag, Maldorkar and Kevin Lobo with 1 apiece. The stats brought to you by Instat, very in-depth statistics showing us where the fouls were made as well. Cajetan Fernandez. As we go through the action that we saw today in match number 3 of the Goa Selvel Professional League. Started off with a good free kick from Kwan. He hit the woodwork, and that was just a shadow of things to come. Chances on both ends. Definitely the chance of the game. Going here to Dempo. Gonzalez could have made it 1-0 there. There was another good attempt on the other side. A good save from both keepers. They did well to keep clean sheets. There's a bit of a tussle as well, as there always is in this game. There we see another chance for Rodriguez. A couple of point blank chances missed by Dempo. I'd say they had 3 really good chances, especially the one towards the end of the game. Nacio came on and took a good shot. Afdal came on and made a couple of good runs. Here we see his run down the right, a good shot but a good save by Dylan. And eventually the last chance of the game was the toughest one here for Nacio. Great bit of footwork, he went past everyone, just couldn't find the bottom right corner. Here we see the match highlights of what went down today in match number 4. Chances at both ends. Here we see the first chance for Velsao. Velsao had very good chances but couldn't make the most of them. And looking back on that, they will be slightly disappointed. Dishank with a good ball for Jovial, just putting the ball over the net. And there was another chance there for Velsao, but they couldn't capitalize. Yet another here with a header over the top. And Jovial Fernandez stole the show with a cracker of a goal outside the box. We've seen that many at a time today, and you can keep watching that strike. It was hard, it was high, and then it was low, it was dipping, it was swerving. And that's been one of the goals of the season so far. This could have been one of the goals of the season as well from Ivan Costa. Jovial almost adding to his tally. Those were the glimpses from the first half. Second half saw quite a few fouls, quite a few cards. Mervyn Dias striking the post with a header. He almost got a couple of headers in today. And there was that chance where Hansel was caught off his line, out of his box. Another good shot there from Vilito Cruz, who tried his best. We see quite a few of the fouls. And here was Mervyn Dias with another chance. He could have buried that. It was a good pass from Velroy Fernandez. And finally, Mervyn Dias getting himself on the score sheet. You can see he was happy, he was relieved more than anything else. And it's safe to say that he deserved that goal towards the end of a good performance from him and the side in orange. as we go through the action that we saw today in match number 3 of the Goa Selvel Professional League. Started off with a good free kick from Kwan. He hit the woodwork, and that was just a shadow of things to come. Chances on both ends. Definitely the chance of the game going here to Dempo. Gonzalez could have made it 1-0 there. There was another good attempt on the other side. A good save from both keepers. They did well to keep clean sheets. There's a bit of a tussle as well, as there always is in this game. There we see another chance for Rodriguez. A couple of point blank chances missed by Dempo. I'd say they had 3 really good chances, especially the one towards the end of the game. Nacio came on and took a good shot. Afdal came on and made a couple of good runs. Here we see his run down the right, a good shot but a good save by Dylan. And eventually the last chance of the game was the toughest one here for Nacio. Great bit of footwork. He went past everyone, just couldn't find the bottom right corner. There you see Jeet Gupta, who will want to keep a clean sheet for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. If he can do so, then they will get their first win of the season. Luis Barreto, on the other hand, for Vasco, has conceded in 3 out of 3 games, but he has also put in some good performances. As we get underway, and Velsao in the second half in their red jerseys, attacking from left to right, and Vasco trailing the game, trying to get back into it from right to left. See a confirmation of the substitution. Chirag Mardurkar is off for Vasco, and on comes the goal scorer from the last game, Justin Cardoz. He scored a penalty in the last few minutes to get them a draw versus Sporting Club de Goa. And the other substitution sees Savlon Fernandez coming in for Kuldeep Kumar. Must be some sort of injury to Kuldeep, because he is a rock in defense, and they will have to finish this game without him. It's Francisco Fernandez now for Vasco. Plays it towards Justin Cardoz. Can he have an instant impact? He cuts back inside, he goes back out, and eventually the ball is cleared away by Lenny Fernandez. It's a good start from Vasco SC. Justin Cardoz showing why he was on the score sheet in the last game, of course earning the penalty and coolly converting it against his former side. Short ball played, and another ball into the box, but Jeet Gupta has no problems dealing with it. He plays it out first time towards Romario da Costa. And now it's Velsao with Charles Fernandez trying to make their way upfield. Here we see the ball into the box from Oswin Vegas, but Jeet Gupta doing well on that occasion. There we see a bit of friendliness between Charles Fernandez and Vegas. That's how it should be. And eventually cleared away by Neville Albuquerque for Vasco. Romario da Costa now on the right, finding a bit of space, plays it to his captain Azevedo. Azevedo takes a shot and it's just gone a little wide off the left-hand side. Good attempt from Azevedo, but it looked like Luis Barreto had it covered. Just a bit of space opening up for Ronel Azevedo, and Velsao now taking more shots in this game. That's something I'm sure their coach Ivan Mesquita must have told them to try and take some more shots, and it has worked so far. Here's the ball being played in by Alcin Fernandez, but Gupta easily takes it, plays it to his defender, and it's cleared long. Francisco Fernandez now, can he inspire his team as he did last time round? Got the winner for them, and now there is a chance. Kevin Lobo with it, he tries to set himself up, eventually a good block, and Kevin Lobo asks the referee for a handball, it seems, after that tackle from the Velsao defense. And it's 6 shots apiece at the moment, 1 shot on target each, as we see Kevin Lobo trying to take the shot. Not sure if it did strike the hand of Ronaldo Pereira, but Vasco again with Jocelyn Cardoz. This time he's going past 2, he's going past 3, but he's been brought down, won't get himself a penalty. With that tackle, he goes past 2, tries to use his pace and go past Sheldon, and eventually not being able to. There's a good tempo to this game. Velsao will not stop at 1 goal, and Vasco are definitely going to try their best to get the equalizer. Cyrus now plays it towards the left. It's Sheldon Pereira, the goal scorer. He goes up and eventually can't make the pass. Vasco now trying to make their way through the right hand side. It's Reef Costa, he goes past 1, and now it's Kevin Lobo finding space. Goes for Francisco Fernandez. Could Kevin Lobo have taken a shot? He decided not to, holding on to the ball now, uses his experience and does get a free kick off of the hands of Ronel Azevedo. Kevin Lobo having a word with his wingers, telling them to make the runs, and he's using all his experience. Of course, he's got 3 Indian Super League goals to his name, 5 I-League goals, 1 AFC Cup goal, and a glittering career all over India. Also 8 caps for his international side, the Blue Tigers. Bringing all his experience here to the Selvel Goa Pro League, and can he use it to get something for his side here? Kevin Lobo on the ball. He does take a shot. It goes over the post after deflection off the wall, and it's a corner for Vasco, who are getting the attacking chances coming thick and fast. Ball doing its duty and standing tall as Francisco Fernandez comes towards the right hand side to take the corner. He plays it in. Can they get a header? And they can! That is the equalizer for Vasco Sports Club. And it's one apiece. A brilliant ball in by Francisco Fernandez. And it didn't take them too much time. The Port Towners are back in it, and it's 1-1. It looks like the number 33, Alson Fernandez, who got the header. We'll have to check the replay, but it was a very good one. And it's one apiece. And it is Alson Fernandez picking up the goal and the equalizer for Vasco. Good ball into the box from the number 30, finding the number 33. And he was more or less unmarked, winning the header, jumping ahead of Ronaldo Pereira and getting the ball to find the back of the net. So one of the substitutes scoring, it's Alson Fernandez. And now there's another shot from Francisco Fernandez, goes over the top, and Vasco are looking very dangerous now. They've got themselves an equalizer and they're looking for the lead. They're not going to stop at 1-1. Another assist for Francisco Fernandez, the captain of Vasco Sports Club, as we see a substitution being made for Velsao, getting some fresh legs on. Cajetan Fernandez comes on, comes off, and for him it's James Fernandez who takes his place. Chance now down the right for Vasco. Kevin Lobo getting pushed off the ball. He wants a foul, but the referee says no. Now there is a chance for Velsao to just keep some composure, keep the ball, and Velito Cruz does that well. He plays it towards the left wing, looking for Sheldon Pereira. Cyrus plays it to Ronald Azevedo. And Velsao doing exactly what I said, just keeping the ball, maintaining their composure. Eventually Cyrus trying to keep hold of the ball, but he loses out. And it looks like Kuldeep is still on the field, so there was a bit of an error there. Kuldeep playing it long, looking for Edwin Costa. Kevin Lobo goes against Velito Cruz. He has fallen down, but it's not a free kick. Vasco banking on their experienced players. They've got Jose Luis Barreto in the middle of the sticks. They've got Kevin Lobo with a lot of experience. Of course, Indian Super League champion in 2014 with 80k. And Francisco Fernandez as well, the captain, an Indian Super League champion with Chennai NFC in 2018. So loads of silverware between the three of them. And Kevin Lobo plays the ball in again towards the second post. There was a chance to take it first time for Justin Cardoz. And now he has the ball with him, plays it backwards towards Vegas. Vegas towards Costa. And eventually Vasco hold on to it. This would be the best time for them to strike and try and get the lead. Velsao, on the other hand, have to absorb this pressure from Vasco and eventually try and get themselves a goal. Kevin Lobo again, he'll want to put the ball into the box and test the Velsao defense. Instead he plays it short, And will we see a shot from Vegas? We will, but eventually doesn't go too far. Handball shouts from the Vasco players, but I don't think it was, and it's a goal kick for Velsao. They can calm the game down a bit. 12 minutes into this second half, and Vasco have looked very threatening, creating multiple chances. Justin Cardo is jumping a little late, and he's getting a telling off by the referee, Deep Govikar. Ten fouls from the boys in red, Velsao. Well cleared away by Albuquerque. And Justin Cardo is using his pace and trying to find either Reeve Costa or Kevin Lobo, but not being able to. Got to play to the feet of Kevin Lobo. He uses his experience. But maybe next time Jeet Gupta clears it. He's been quite busy. Quite a few shots being taken by the Vasco strikers. And it's Kevin Lobo on the ball again. It's a very good pass towards the right hand side. Is there a chance for Vasco to take the lead? There's another chance now. Francisco Fernandez! And it is number 2 for Vasco Sports Club. They've done it again. They've got themselves back the lead in this game. And it was quite inevitable that they would do so. It's 2-1, courtesy the captain Francisco Fernandez. And it was all started by Kevin Lobo with the ball from the midfield, playing it towards right, and Francisco Fernandez gets his second goal of the campaign in only game number 3. With that, Velsao have a lot to do. Number 14, Reeve Costa makes his way. He'll be disappointed that he didn't get onto the score sheet, but he'll be happy that his team has the lead. And jersey number 32, Enoch Perez comes in there. We see very good piece of composure from the number 6, Nash Dias, the under 20. Seeing that Francisco Fernandez was open at the edge of the box, passing it backwards, and an easy as you like finish from the captain. So Nash Dias announcing himself with an assist. The under 20 players doing very well here in this tournament, and Nash Dias proving that once again. Here's Ronald Azevedo, and that is a rash challenge, and the referee has definitely got a call for a foul. It was a very high tackle, and Ronald Azevedo was brought down. There we see a very high challenge on that occasion from Neville Albuquerque, and Kuldeep really asking him why he made that tackle. Wasn't really required. Hopefully Azevedo will be okay to continue. Very dangerous tackle from Albuquerque, and rightfully going into the referee's book. First yellow card of the game. Here we see Nash Dias tries to play it in. It got defended by Ronaldo, and eventually a very good finish from Francisco Fernandez. In fact, it was Savlon Fernandez who played the ball in and got the assist from himself. So the substitutes doing well. Alcin Fernandez getting a goal, Savlon Fernandez getting an assist. And the way Vasco are playing here, maybe they'll get a third. But now it's a chance for Velito Cruz and Velsao SCC to try and get themselves back into the game. Can they equalize? Mario da Costa standing over it but it's a shot from Velito Cruz, and it's another goal, and a fantastic one at that from Velito Cruz. It's 2 apiece, and none other than the number 17, Velito Cruz, scoring for Velsao. And my, we have a great game on our hands here. 61 minutes in, and it's 2 apiece. A superb shot from Velito Cruz, and there we see Romario da Costa, who just stepped away from the ball, maybe not enabling Luis Barreto to have a proper view of the shot from Velito Cruz. And it's 2 goals apiece. Velito now playing it towards his teammates. They're looking for a third. And good piece of skill there down the right wing from Ronald Azevedo, but not being able to stop it before it rolls out of play. Barreto with not such a convincing goal kick, and it's gone to Velito Cruz. Does he have a chance to shoot again? He plays it towards the left, and there's a chance now! And a good piece of defending from Albuquerque. And eventually cleared away from Kuldeep, and then Justin. And Justin puts it out, and Vasco avert danger. There was a shot from the number 15 on that occasion, James Fernandez, but well blocked by Neville Albuquerque. Kuldeep does well, and it's Romario da Costa now. He's found some space. Romario da Costa again trying to play it towards Channel Fernandez. Velito Cruz now, and there's a chance again for Velsao, but the ball goes straight to Jose Barreto. Now the Luis Barreto, and it's a good shot, but too many defenders around him. And it stands at 2-2 now. This game has been very bright at both ends, and you see just the 3 shots on target for Vasco. 2 enough to score, and only 2 from Velsao, but 100% accuracy whenever they've got a shot on target, and why not? This game could go either way here between these 2 teams. And last time I think Luis Barreto was just unsighted by Romario da Costa in front, and Velito Cruz takes another shot, but this time it doesn't go too far towards the goalkeeper. It's cleared away, and Velsao play it upwards. Francisco Fernandez now plays it towards Justin Cardos. Can he use his space? Yes, he goes down the left wing, and he has been brought down. Is that a penalty? No, says the referee. Lenny Fernandez doing just enough, but not fouling his opponent. And now Velsao wasting no time, going upfield. It's Ronald Azevedo, plays it towards the left. Sheldon Pereira looking for the ball in. The ball is played into the box. As we see the replay being shown. We'll have to see what happened there. Ball played into the box from Sheldon Pereira. He played it in, and it was put onto a platter for James Fernandez. And that was a very good chance for Velsao to take the lead. And James Fernandez will be ruining that miss. Superb attacking football from either side, and it's a very exciting game so far. We're up for an exciting last 24 minutes here at the Duler Stadium in Mapusa. Now there's a chance for Vasco on the other side, and it's been completely missed on that occasion. Looks like Enoch Perez Yes, it was him. He got it under control and he tried too hard to correct it well, eventually missing it. And Justin Cardo's now getting himself into a shooting opposition and not being able to make the most of it. A good block. And again now, Velsao making their way upfield. Velito Cruz playing it to Romario da Costa. Not being able to find Channel Nash Fernandez. And the shots are increasing now from both teams. A good piece of skill, well done there by the Vasco player. James Fernandez clearing it towards his own goal. And now Francisco trying to play it up. Good piece of work by Selvel Fernandez. Justin Cardozo has some space on the left. He plays it towards Vegas. And more of a nothing ball from Alson Fernandez, who is equalizer, feels like a long way off. We've had a couple of goals after that. Good piece of play by Channel Fernandez. He gets the ball back from Romario da Costa and Channel plays it in, and Luis Barreto gets ahead of the attacker and eventually gets fouled by James Fernandez. Channel Fernandez with a good ball, just a bit too close to the keeper. And Luis Xavier Barreto will need some attention from the physio. It was a clash, and James Fernandez, with eyes on the ball, did go into the keeper. With that, we have a bit of a breather. It's been an action-packed second half. In the first half, Sheldon Pereira scoring for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. And we see the stands, we see the fans. They've been treated to a very exciting game this afternoon. Full of energy, full of attacking quality. Kuldeep clears it away. James Fernandez gets onto it. There's a space on the right-hand side. Channel Fernandez, can he put a ball into the box again? Yes, he can. And it's missed once again by James Fernandez. I cannot believe he hasn't found the back of the net. And Vasco will breathe a sigh of relief. And James Fernandez will be just the opposite. You've got to go with your left foot. And you've got to put that in the back of the net. Two clear-cut chances, and Iban Mesquita, the coach for Velsao, will be disappointed. He said that he's spoken to his team about their finishing in front of goal, but it wasn't as clinical as he would have liked. Now Vasco with a free kick. It's Kevin Lobo over the ball. This game has gone one way then the other. Will it go another way now? Kevin Lobo puts the ball in and Kuldeep meets it, but Justin Cardoz will tidy it up. Now it's Vegas on the left. Cardoz with too many people around him. That pass really wasn't on. Kevin Lobo having some space for himself, getting past two defenders but losing it eventually. And Kevin Lobo playing, there is someone down and there is a shot and there is a goal. What a finish! Selvel Fernandez with a superb strike from the edge of the area, and that's a lead for Vasco Sports Club. My, what goals we are witnessing today. And it's a fantastic game so far. And a fantastic goal from Selvel Fernandez, getting a goal to add to his assist earlier on. And we saw the number 6 Ronaldo Pereira down from Velsao, but don't take anything away from that strike from Selvel Fernandez into the top left corner, and that's a superb finish from him. And just like that, within the blink of an eye, it's 3-2 to Vasco Sports Club. Definitely the most entertaining game that we've had in the Selvel Goa Pro League. It's match number 13 and it's turning out to be a lucky one. Kuldeep flies in with the challenge, and now it's Kevin Lobo pulling the strings again, looking for the captain, but it's too far away. Benito Cruz on the ball now for Velsao. And it's been a very good attack from both sides. It's not like there have been any defensive lapses as such, but just brilliant finishing. And good piece of play from either side in the attacking third. And now with 17 minutes of regulation time to go, it's 3-2 to Vasco, and James Fernandez will be thinking about those two misses, but right now he's got to put his head down and wait for another chance, because chances are flowing in this game. As Kevin Lobo goes down, hopefully he'll be okay. He's had a good influence on this game. The under 20 Rohan Rodriguez comes on. He replaces Charles Nash Fernandez.
Substitution for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Jersey number 25, Charles Fernandez is being replaced by jersey number 16, Rohan Rodriguez.
Kevin Lobo seems to be okay. There we see Edwin Vegas, the tempo defender, also watching the game. As we see all the other spectators also watching this thriller, this cracker of a game. As the ball goes towards Luis Xavier Barreto. Kevin Lobo is okay. He's up and running. And now it's Romario da Costa. Can Velsao get another equalizer? Benito Cruz plays it in. And there's a chance now for James Fernandez. He plays it in, and there should be a water save from Barreto. Fantastic save from the experienced goalkeeper, making himself big, and Luis Xavier Barreto doing fantastically well to keep Vasco in the lead. Benito Cruz again with a lovely threaded ball, playing it towards James Fernandez, does well to keep it in. And you can't really say anything to Rohan Rodriguez. He was there to try and put it in, but Luis Xavier Barreto showing us why he is still at the top of his game here in the Selvel Goa Pro League. And with that, it looks like it's the cooling break. And we definitely need a cooler. It's been a belter of a game so far. And we've got 15 minutes to go. Which way will it go? Barreto needing some attention after that superb save. Ivan Mesquita loves to play attacking football, and his team has played some good fluid football today. He'll be disappointed if they don't come away with at least a point, but he'll be definitely very happy with the way they're playing. There we see Mickey Fernandez having a word with his players, telling them that the tempo is good, and if they can shut up shop and not concede anymore, then Vasco will get the 3 points. There we see Mickey Fernandez just having a word with his players, and Luis Barreto seems to be okay. The veteran campaigner who will have to deal with a corner now. We're back from the cooling break, and Velsao have a chance to get back into the game. Can they make it number 3? Ball has been played in, and it's cleared away from Alison Fernandez. Sheldon Pereira trying to get ahead of Selvel, both of them scoring very good goals this afternoon. But eventually Selvel's has been the best finish. Luis Barreto with a very good save just before the cooling break. He's played for the likes of Tempo, Mumbai FC, Mohammedan Sporting, East Bengal, and also for the ISL clubs like Kerala Blasters and FC Goa. And he's showing us why he's played such a high level with that save, keeping his team in the lead. Justin Cardos plays it towards right, and Selvel with some good moves down the right. He's been very impressive since he's come on as the number 5 for Vasco. Possession lost, and Velsao can go upfield now. It's Lenny Fernandez back to Velito Cruz, pulling all the strings in the midfield as usual. James Fernandez playing it towards Rohan Rodriguez, and ball has come to Francisco Fernandez, who will use his experience, keep the possession and play it backwards for Vegas. Vegas plays it to Albuquerque, and he boots it upfield, not really keeping possession. Velito losing on possession to Kevin Lobo. It's Justin Cardos now. Ten minutes to go in this thriller of a game here at the Duler Stadium. You can't take your eye off it. Don't know where the next goal is coming from. Played upfield by Warren Pereira. Selvel gives it a chase and wins it. Kevin Lobo now getting some help. He plays it towards Francisco Fernandez, and that's another goal. The two veterans combining, and Kevin Lobo feeds it to Francisco Fernandez, who slots it into the bottom left, and that could be the game for Vasco Sports Club. Superb bit of play, a very good run from Fernandez, and Kevin Lobo showing his class, finding the through ball, and it's all smiles for him and Vasco Sports Club.
Francisco Fernandez, jersey number 30, has scored his second goal, and Vasco Sports Club leading by 4 goals to 2.
Here we see Kevin Lobo spotting the run of Francisco Fernandez, and a very tidy finish. Very good pass, very good shot, and that just could be the game for Vasco unless Velsao can do something here. It's Velito Cruz, he has a chance, will he take a shot? He tries to thread it for Rohan Rodriguez. Rohan now playing it towards James Fernandez, who plays the ball into the box. And it's all happening here at the Duler Stadium. Definitely the best game we've seen so far. What a tempo to the game. And we'll get another breather with someone going down. Warren Pereira going down. And that ball from Kevin Lobo just showing that he sees the game before everyone else. Showing that he was going to play it towards the left, but that cut inside ball, how you call it, wrong-footing the defense. You see it from another angle here, which shows the run from Fernandez, the ball from Lobo, and easy as you like from both the experienced campaigners. Another ball from Francisco Fernandez, and Kevin Lobo not being able to get onto the end of it. It looks like he's cramping up a bit. He's put a lot of effort into today's game. And Francisco Fernandez, the star of the show, he's got 1 assist, he's got 2 goals to his name. And maybe he's leading his team to 3 points. Romario da Costa now, but what a beautiful touch from Kevin Lobo. He's really enjoying himself now, as are we today. It's been a superb game here at the Duler Stadium, just showing us how good the Goa Pro League can be with 6 goals so far. And that's what happens when you have clinical finishing and some sharp shooting. Ball played upfield by Velito, but it's cleared away by Kuldeep. Cyrus plays it to Velito, and Velsao now looking a little dampened in their spirits. They know that this game could have very well been led by them, but Vasco showing their composure, their experience, and getting 2 goals ahead of their opponents. Lenny Fernandez now plays the ball into the box, but it's too long and it goes into the hands of Luis Barreto. That save from Luis Barreto when it was 2-all, showing us that his experience as well, really helping his side. And it's Azevedo now for Velsao. Can the captain try and influence his team? Velito plays it long, but nobody really there, nobody making the run. And Barreto will run the clock down as we have just over 4 minutes to go in regulation time here at the Duler Stadium. Lobo trying to flick it on, but not getting enough contact on it. Albuquerque clears it away, and it will be a Velsao throw in. Some very good goals on display. Take you through what happened. First, it was Sheldon Pereira getting the lead for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club, and Alcin Fernandez scoring for Vasco, getting them back into the game. There was Francisco Fernandez for Vasco, giving them a 2-1 lead. Then it became 2-all, courtesy of a very good free kick from Velito Cruz. And after that it was all Vasco. But now Velsao have a chance to try and grab one goal back. It is Ruan Rodriguez, but good piece of defending from Nabil Albuquerque once again. More ball possession from Velsao, but Vasco with 2 goals to the good. When it was 2-all, then a superb strike from Selvel Fernandez, a clean hit from him at the edge of the penalty area, and eventually the 4th goal coming from Francisco Fernandez. There's a chance now, again Selvel Fernandez, very pacey on the left hand side, eventually not being able to get ahead of his man. And now Justin Cardo's using his pace, but again the ball fizzles out, and Vasco won't mind it if they are so high up the field, especially in the dying minutes of this game. 2 minutes to go in regulation time. Are we going to see another twist? Not with a ball like that. Alcin Fernandez picks it up. He has no pressure on him. Plays the 1-2, keeps the ball with himself. Kevin Lobo now winning his team a throw in. Most high scoring game of the season so far. Been a brilliant watch if you're a neutral. Velsao now. Can they try and get something from this game? They've been very good today. Again, not converting as many chances as they had. It's James Fernandez now. And it has been missed. It's gone back to Sheldon Pereira, who takes a shot and earns his team a throw in. The last time these two teams met, it was a 3-2 win for Vasco. And this time it's looking like a 4-2 win. But let's see what happens. Francisco Fernandez now. Is he going to look for the fifth? He's on a hat trick. He plays it towards Kevin Lobo. Kevin Lobo showing that he still has a bit of pace. And he's got the ball on the left wing. Kevin Lobo now plays it to Francisco. Francisco loses his footing. And Velito Cruz will go upfield in the 90th minute. Both these teams still giving it their all to show us some attacking football. That's a good challenge on the right hand side. And eventually it's a Vasco throw in. Very good challenge there on the right, stopping Sheldon Pereira as we hit the 90-minute mark. Here in match number 13, which has been an absolute thriller. Barcelos when Vegas is down. He will need the stretcher to come off. Was carrying a bit of an injury in the first few minutes of the game, so he's done well to play it out, and the fans have been treated to a spectacle today, like in the last game between these two last season. It was 3-2 towards Vasco, 5 goals there, but we've been treated to 6 goals today. But if you're a Velsao supporter, you'll be quite disappointed. 5 minutes of added time here at the end of this game. And we did see 5 goals in the second half, so 1 minute for each of the goals. Vasco looking very comfortable now, looking like they will seal this victory. It's going to be quite the task for Velsao to try and get 2 goals in the next 4.5 minutes. And there is a yellow card for the number 2 of Vasco. It is Warren Pereira, who's done well down that right wing, the right back. Two yellow cards for Vasco, the number 2 and the number 3, Warren Pereira and Neville Albuquerque. And Kuldeep solid again in defense. Vasco have showed some resilience and a never say die attitude so far in this Goa Pro League. And Kevin Lobo trying to thread it through for Justin Cardo's, not being able to find him. Vasco were losing the game before this and their first game and this one, and they've got themselves into good positions after conceding the first goal of the game.
It's a special season for Vasco SC. It's their 70th anniversary, and this team is looking quite special every time they're going up front, creating chances, using their experience at the top and in the midfield with Francisco Fernandez and Kevin Lobo, and their experience at the back with Luis Xavier Barreto also paying off and paying dividends. Speaking of Kevin Lobo, he's had a superb game and he will get a standing ovation. He's making his way off the pitch and he's being replaced by the number 26, Jordan Da Costa, the under 20, who will get a few minutes in this game. Velsao still looking for a third now. Not enough time really to get 2 goals, but they can try and get 1. Vegas is back on the field even though he was stretchered off, so he's doing fine. Rohan Rodriguez trying to get the ball off him, but it will be a Vasco throw as we go into the last 2 minutes of what has been a very exciting watch here in the Selvel Goa Pro League in the Duler Stadium. Velito Cruz has been very good, so has Sheldon Pereira, and he plays the ball into the box, but it's watched away by Vegas, who is still struggling. And he has to play on because they've made 5 substitutions. Can Velsao get a third goal and maybe put a bit of panic into the Vasco defense in the last few minutes? The ball is being played into the box. There's a chance for a shot. It has been taken by Rohan Rodriguez, but it fizzles out. And that should be it for Vasco. It's been a very good display from Velsao, but they're just not being able to get themselves over the line so far. Coach Iban Mesquita will be happy with the performance, but they've got to take their chances. A few missed chances, especially from James Fernandez, costing the side today. But they have looked very good in attack. And they didn't really do much wrong in defense today, but the quality up front from Vasco, just too good. Velsao now trying to make their way upfield once again. Ball played into the left wing by James Fernandez. Cyrus on the left. And it's cleared away by Kuldeep. That should be it. We've reached the 5-minute mark. And that brings us to a close after a fascinating encounter between Vasco Sports Club and Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. It finishes 4 goals to Vasco, 2 goals to Velsao, and 3 points to the Port Towners. And a fantastic match to watch for everyone here at the Duler Stadium and watching at home as well. As we see the disappointing look on the face of Coach Iban Mesquita. Very disappointed with the players and staff and fans of Velsao be today, but they have played well, they have given it their all. But in the end, it's Vasco Sports Club who pick up the 4 goals and the 3 points and their second win of the season. Here we see the statistics brought to you by Instat. 43% ball possession for Vasco, but that was okay. They still got 4 goals, 5 shots on target for them. They just needed those many. They got 4 goals at Velsao with 4 shots on target and just managing the 2 goals. Here we see the shots, so many red graphics there. Francisco Fernandez, the captain, stepping up, getting 2 goals. And Kevin Lobo with a couple of shots as well. Savlon Fernandez with a superb strike, and Alcin Fernandez got them that early equalizer in the second half with his header. Shots for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Velito Cruz taking 3, getting that very good free kick from him. Cajetan taking 2. Sheldon Pereira with a fantastic strike to get us underway, getting the ball rolling. And Rohan with 2. Azevedo with 1. Romario da Costa with 1. And James Fernandez will be ruining that miss, which could have made sure that this game had a different story to it come full time. Samuel da Costa getting a couple of fouls for Vasco Stream with Alcin Fernandez and Bersal Oswin Vegas. The rest of them getting 1 foul each. In-depth analysis here from Instat, giving us the statistics and the fouls here for Velsao Sports and Cultural Club. Ronald Azevedo with a couple, 2 for Cajetan Fernandez, and Chadel Nash Fernandez getting 2 as well. 1 apiece for the rest of them. So that brings us to a very fantastic game. This is the scoreline: Vasco Sports Club defeating Velsao Sports and Cultural Club 4 goals to 2. Thank you for watching. It's been a superb game. My name is Liam Bain, and join us tomorrow for some more action in the Selvel Goa Pro League.